Hello. Right, so welcome to another video. In this video we'll be covering the beautiful ZS with a lovely customary spider underneath. I got too close with it and it just started to move, so I think I'm gonna back up.
Hello.
Hello, mate. Right, so in this video we're just gonna go over, well, a couple of the bad things. I say couple, it's a few. Again, £400. It is a great car, but without its flaws. The big one, as we kind of mentioned in the last video, it's not running right now. And one of the main things that you notice with this car when you try to drive it, it's not even the brakes, which are bad. I'll get onto them in a bit. There's no power steering. Now, if you like weight training, or you like, you know, just muscular endurance training, this is the car for you. This is the car for you. I'm not joking. Callum, follow me. And I'm not exaggerating when I do this. You got the key?
Yes. Intermission.
Intermission. Talk amongst yourselves, children. All right. I'm going to turn the car on, just so we can be on the safe side. You can see this. I am not joking. I don't like to think of myself as a weak person either. It is heavy. Yeah. When I went and bought this car with Freddie, he said the power steering doesn't work. He put the fluid in and it came straight back out. So that's one of the things we'll fix. But then I sat in the car, and as I was turning it, he was just laughing his head off. He was literally stood right over there laughing his head off. He was like, it's heavy, innit? It's like, yeah.
Just a bit.
So, just a little bit. But yeah, anyway, let me turn it back on. Turn it. Right. Next thing. Brakes. Now, I've rolled it up and down this road a little bit, and I've cleared quite a bit of it. The discs themselves are not in actually bad condition. Like, there's not even a lip really. It's just itself. But the rust, the surface rust on them, it's too much. Yeah. It's a lot.
And it's the same on the rear.
It is the same on the rear. The calipers are not actually sticking, believe it or not. And you can tell because when you drive up the road after, like when it sits for a couple of days and then I come and start it, after I've pressed the brake pedal quite a bit, it's absolutely fine. It's just that there's no contact patch, just rust. Yeah. Another modification that was done to this car is they've got EBC pads all round. And again, the receipts are there for it. And there's a lot of life in all of the pads around this car.
Yeah, so we don't want to. Yeah. The last thing we want to do is wreck the pads on these discs. Yeah. So maybe they'll clean up, but we think we're better off just to change them. Yeah. So that's something to do at some point. Indeed.
Not a bad thing. Oh, the door cards. The materials is MG-ish. The same with the roof lining. I don't know if you can get in there.
It's a bit saggy.
Just a little bit saggy.
It's not the worst I've ever seen, but
no. Yeah,
it does sag a bit.
Not at all. There's a couple of dents and a few marks around here and there. So here, where, yeah, that's just
nice flat tire.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So one thing that's quite annoying, and you know, as I look closer to this tire, yeah, as much as it's got good tread. Oh, no. This tire's flat, but it's got so much tread. Where it hasn't been used for a long time, it's just, yeah, they will need to be changed. Nice little dent here next to our beautiful resonant spider. A couple of marks here and there, and as you would have seen, yeah, the aerial, very good point. But as you would have seen in the last video where we're introducing this car, the exhaust. Now this was noted on the MOT as a leaking back box. And what do you call them? Croissants. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I mean, look at that. It's got its own material growing on top of the rust. It's hilarious. But there is a leak to the back box.
Yeah.
The car sounds awesome, even with this on. Now we actually have, just kind of show it to you. If anyone has any answers as to what back box this is and whether it will fit the centre pipe, please do let us know.
Yeah, there's no branding or anything on it as well.
No.
It's just one big boy.
Grab it. Now, I'm gonna hold it up against the current back box so you can see the size difference. Oh.
It's got a bit of girth, hasn't it?
Just a little bit. Got a little bit of girth. It's just what she needs though. Okay, a bit too much. But anyway. Yeah. Oh, that's another thing. I think it will work, but
Well, I've had to move it, but we've got a bit of a dodgy catch on this, right, where you can't quite shut the boot, but let's try it.
First time?
Not a problem. It's fine, we fixed it.
Yeah, it's done.
No, there's something very offensive inside, isn't there? That really makes me feel a bit sick.
I feel like Callum is the perfect person to film this because he loves this sort of thing, right?
Now, we all know the importance of a good knob.
Straight.
Right? Nice sporty car. What is that? What is this? Looks like it's come out of, like, I don't know, some 80-year-old's Accord. It's horrible. It feels horrible. It looks horrible. So the first thing we're doing, and we're doing it in this video, is getting rid of that.
Yeah.
Right now, because I hate it.
Yeah. It's like the first change we've done to the car.
I don't like touching it. Let's show them what we've got to replace it, which is a much nicer weighted carbon style knob.
Yeah. It's quite cheap. It's not expensive.
Yeah.
But it feels and looks a lot better.
It's an Epman Sport Italy.
There you go.
Very well known brand.
Indeed. Made in Germany.
But it feels nice. That's the important thing. We do think as well, something we probably should have mentioned in the last video, is we think this has got a short shifter, because I've driven ZRs that's got the same gearbox as this, and it is like mixing pudding. Like, you're over here, but this is really nice, tight, short throw. And if it has been doing hill climbs and stuff, it wouldn't surprise me. Like that's a really short throw. Yeah. If anyone else has got a ZS and says that's normal, then please tell us.
100%.
It'd be good to know. Because if not, we'll put a short shifter on it. But it does feel really nice. Because, like I said, any other gearbox I've tried in any other MGZ car has been bad. Or not bad, but it's kind of, I think the bushing at the end of the stick kind of gets a bit worn. Okay. So it just kind of mixes around, and you don't really know what gear you're in. Yeah. My dad's got a Morris Minor, which is more precise than any of my ZRs I had. So, yeah, we're going to change that. We might need to figure out how we do it, so we might come back once we figured it out. Yeah. But yeah.
Okay, cool.
Is that everything?
I think that is. I can't remember.
It's not a whole lot, is it?
No, there really isn't.
No. We want to do the brakes, sort the steering. Yeah. And then it's a case of, will it get through an MOT? Yeah. And
I think that is our course of action.
Yeah.
Now, I know there's a common thing spoken about on like the Facebook forums for these cars in regards to power steering and the leaks and whatnot. So if anyone that sees this again has any advice in regards to this car, or another one as well is mentioning where we can get like really good parts for maintenance and modifications, servicing parts, for example, please do let us know. 100%. It will go a long way. This journey, yes, it's me and Callum that's doing it, but you guys are joining with us, so yeah, you get to see it in all its glory once it's finally done.
We want to make it good.
100%.
So, yeah.
All right.
Excellent.
Toodaloo.
See you later. So we couldn't get the knob on because the stick is too girthy. Yeah. And the hole is too small. Yeah. There's plenty of jokes in there. But bottom line is it doesn't fit. No. So if anyone can let us know what would fit, Any recommendations of good knobs? There's no way of saying this without it sounding ridiculous.
There isn't. I think the one thing that's kind of annoying about it is the one that's on there, someone's modified it to fit there. Someone's actually taken that old, crusty leather knob, bored it out, and
it's bad.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll have to look at an original one just to keep us going, because I can't drive it without in it.
No, it looks terrible.
I think they'd fail the MOT just because of that. So you know, it has to go. Yeah. Until then, we'll see you when we've got our next update. Yeah.
Yep.
Keep watching. We'll be back. Hopefully this time.